Rich. My face full of water. My feet can't touch the ground. Touch the ground. It feels like I can see the sails on the horizon every time you are not around. So I wait, my feet can't touch the ground. Touch the ground. It feels like I can see the sails on the horizon. Test, one, two, Oh yeah. Hello. Test, 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 test. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Yeah, Belgium. I'm just gonna throw a friend on this.
The International Association of Students in Agricultural and Related Sciences, EAS, brings together students around the world who share similar dreams and ideals in agricultural and related sciences. EAS was founded in 1957 and started with only 8 member countries. Currently, our scope reaches over 50 countries to promote the exchange of experience, knowledge, and ideas, and to improve the mutual understanding between students in the field of agricultural and related sciences all over the world. To achieve this, we offer students several platforms, such as our exchange program, which offers abroad internships, opportunities, and connects students with the professionals. We also have several national, regional, and international events, such as seminar weeks, regional directors meetings, the annual World Congress, exchange weeks, and our yearly international conference for youth in agriculture, hosted by renowned speakers. Our main global projects include Women in Agriculture, which works on promoting the participation of women in the agricultural sector. The No Food Waste, which aims to speak against food loss and build concept projects.
We are looking forward to welcoming you in our association. Check out our social media and website for more information.
All right, good morning to you all. It's a warm welcome to everybody. Okay, so it's a great pleasure that you're all present for the GA and that you made it here in Croatia. It really means a lot that we are coming together as the International Association of Students in Agriculture and Related Sciences. I think we should not underestimate the opportunities that we all have as different countries, and we should really make use of the time that we have here. It's really great that this year we're having our Congress here in Croatia, and I wondered if you can help me to thank ES Croatia for hosting us all from all over the world, and to thank ES Croatia for a good job. I hope it's been a great year for all of us as family ES, and that we try our best to achieve our ES 2020 strategy plan. And by having a team-focused year, supporting sustainability and promoting good leadership within our diverse network and to achieve excellence. I hope we're also able to achieve our goals, our plans as committees, and implemented some of our global projects. Who say young people cannot make positive impact in the world? It's just about getting a platform to explore all your potential, and we are proud as ES to have this. This year, our scope has increased from 51 countries to 55 countries, and this alone shows how much of an impact we can pose in our field, hence improving our nations. The logic of this General Assembly is to come together regardless of the challenges that we're facing in our specific countries, and regardless of the differences that we have, and set for ourselves strategies that will help improve our association. Strategies that will bring us together. We are diverse, but we are united. We admit that we have challenges that go right to the heart of who we are as ES, challenges that test our values, mission, our vision, and our resolve to defend our impact in the field of agriculture and related sciences. But just as Frank Clark says, if you find a path without obstacles, it does not lead you anywhere. It's challenges that make us stronger. Let us all work together to achieve a fruitful and productive General Assembly and an amazing Congress so that we can all cherish our work and efforts afterwards. Thank you. So we are going to start with expectations. First from you, and Paulina will lead this.
Okay, you all got the post-its when you got in here. We know why we wanted, or why we are here, or what our job is. And to begin, we would like to know from you why you came here, why you applied, why you took this journey to come to Croatia. And so just write some keywords on the post-its, and maybe select them on the side of the website. Just have here and select them. Okay. Okay, so thank you. Can you be quiet again? So I think I get a pretty good impression of what your expectations are. Some things that repeat a lot are things like having a good time, making new friendships, getting to know your familias better. But also some people are applying for or some countries are applying for full membership here. Others came here to beg pardon, come to their country, and to know yes world structure better. Others like to travel. I think we can, satisfy all these wishes that you had or the ideas that you had when you came here. Maybe some more than others. But Anne-Marie, we're going to continue with what our expectations from this Congress. Why is the BOCO organized in the first place? So Anne-Marie will continue.
Okay. So first, I think it's important that you know, for already you know the organizing committee, and it's important that you know the ES World Committee as well. So we have Salim, the Vice President of Finance. And Yunus, the Vice President of External Relations. Karina, the Vice President of Exchange. Madan, right in the back, he's the Vice President of Communications. Then from Control Board members, we have Natalie. Okay, so I guess you had all your expectations together, but I think it's important that we are all on the same page to know what exactly is the purpose of this event. For sure, meeting for General Assembly as we are doing right now, and amending the Constitution. I think it's the most important document that we have, which has stayed over 60 years now, and it guides us on how we run as an association. Electing the new EBCB. Yes, we cannot stay forever, of course. Discussion of membership status is just knowing our statuses as members and maybe applying for full membership or something like this. Move towards our ES Bold global projects, structuring them, changing them, or proposing new ones. Meeting fellow members from all over the world, and also to create friendships and networking. So expectations are that you should get involved, participate in everything that is set before you. I think we all have a schedule and we know what we have planned for everybody. Contribute with your ideas and opinions. We are here for you. We want to hear your opinions and ideas. That's what makes us better as an association. Be attentive, represent your countries well, and raise the flag of your nations because we are all representing different countries. Be good examples, and of course, have fun. So for sure, we have parties as well. Like I said, have fun. But you should also know your limits. Full attention is expected during GAs, so don't stay up late during the night. The organizing committee planned days for partying, so just take note of them and make sure that you still come for the GAs right on time because we will need you at the set time for the GAs. No peer pressure. I think we are all adults. And be respectful for different countries. We have different cultures, we are diverse, but please respect this amongst yourselves. No alcohol during the official program. No alcohol. And no illegal drugs. And of course, again, have fun, but please know your limits. This year, we are really trying to put effort on having good ES attitude and being professional. So we will have to work on this together. I think we all signed this form, for sure, right? Yeah. So I hope you read everything that was on the form, but just to stress out, maybe you forget or something. If you forget by any chance, we have the forms here. If you need reminder, we can still remind you. But of course, paying attention and respecting hostel rules, respecting, picking up after yourself, and be a proud ESA. So we are hoping to be on the same page. Like I said, we are doing this so that we are all on the same page, and we are doing this event for you. So make us proud. Yeah.
Okay, guys, can everyone hear me? Yeah. Okay. I'm a USAer, so I might speak fast. So slow me down. No, seriously, like just raise your hand and slow me down. So I like to talk fast sometimes. But so now for the voting rights, during the GA, there's going to be a lot of voting on different things, new EBCB, amendments, and so there's specific ways that we're going to do it, and majority is required. So we're going to go through that. So please pay attention so we don't have to go through it again. So see, these are the full member countries present, and when you're a full member, that means you have voting rights. If you're a candidate member, that means you do not have voting rights. So if you have a flag there, then you should be good to vote.
I will just give you the flag to vote. Okay. So first we have Belgium. Then we have Chile. Then we have Croatia. Then we have
Okay. So for these GAs, we're going to be electing a chairperson, guys. Yes, I do. Okay, so we're going to be electing a chairperson, a vice chairperson, and secretaries. So we're going to go through some of their responsibilities right now. So for the chairperson, they're going to be running the meeting. So while we're up here presenting, there's going to be a person who is moving us from each section. And if someone has a comment, they're going to call on that person. And so whoever's doing it, they need to basically know how to run a meeting. For the judge, they're going to run the meeting, but they're just an extra person there to help out the chairperson. So it makes you a chairperson. You're attentive. You know Robert's rules. You're a diplomat, so you're not biased towards one country or another, and you keep the meeting going. So you can just think about some of those questions, and if you think you'd be a good chairperson, think about it, and then forward the next one. That's what I said. Okay. So also for the GAs, you're gonna have expectations outside of just in this room, so we can track you on what we're gonna do and what's happening. And so you need to be attentive and ready to go outside of GAs also. Yeah, you can read that. That's all. Yeah. Okay, so for secretaries, they're going to be taking the notes during the General Assembly. So like the booklet you saw up there for the GAs, that's what they're going to be typing up basically. So if you're a good typer or just like writing things, this would be good for you. And the ED appoints 3 people and OC appoints 1 person. You can read that. Yeah.
So I think we also, the email I sent to you about the chairperson, vice chairperson, secretaries, and we got 4 people who volunteered to help during the World Congress. We have, for secretaries, we have Kishore from Nepal. We have Bagus from Indonesia. And Emily Hogan. Then for vice chairperson, we have Willie from Cameroon. And we still do not have a chairperson. So I think this is the moment to volunteer. Those who are
I give you the vice. I give you the vice.
Anybody?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So we have Samantha for chairperson. Chairwoman. So we will vote for each and every, this is our proposed 3 secretaries as ED and chairperson and vice chairperson. So we have to vote for each of them. Okay, so you have your country flags. For secretaries, Emily, raise your flag for yes. You raise your flags for yes. You vote yes or no? Yes. Okay, 14. And for against? Against, Emily? No. Then, Bagus from Indonesia, Secretary, can we raise our flags for in vote of? Then voting for against, because we have 14, so there's only 11 flags.
Yeah, sorry.
So do against? Do it
Can
again?
you do it again?
Only 11 flags.
Okay, raise the flag, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Kishore from Nepal. Voting for Kishore from Nepal.
Okay, 14, thank you. And the last one?
For against,
Yes, okay. And
then for vice chairperson, Willie from Cameroon. Those who vote in support.
Wait, Anne-Marie,
okay, 14.
we have a proposal. Willis is gonna apply for chairperson. I'm gonna apply for vice chairperson.
What? Oh.
And Samantha?
What happened? What happened?
So,
Nothing. So Willie for 10%. Willie for 10%. Oh, okay.
can you please come again, your Can you repeat yourself, please?
Can you explain?
Well, the proposal is Willis. Willis is the chairperson, and Samantha is the vice chairperson.
So they are
And they're
So we have to vote again. So please raise your flag in favor of Willie as chairperson. Okay, 14. Then for Samantha as vice chairperson, raise your flag if you're in favor. Okay, thank you. So now we have
Thank you. our chairperson.
Yeah.
Then the proposed secretary from the OC. OC. Croatia. The proposed secretary from OC.
Okay.
Okay, can we raise our flags in favor of Marco? Okay, thank you. Yeah, 14. Okay.
Just one question. How am I supposed to? Write everything.
We're gonna explain during the break what you were supposed to.
Who will explain during the break. So could these people please come here in front? Okay, so let's just give an applause. These are the people who are going to help us run the GA.
Okay. I was wondering because I think both from UA and from Zimbabwe are on front how the voting will go then. Do they give their voting, like when they're busy writing or being the chairperson, they can still vote, okay.
So now that we've gone through that, we can see how messy voting can be. So I'm going to talk about the voting rights. Rights of voting. Okay, so as I explained before, full member countries, they have one vote for their delegates, and they count as one national delegation. Candidate members here do not have a right to vote, but they are a national delegation. Frozen members don't have any right to vote, and observers do not have any rights to vote. So the voting cards, those are the flags. So don't lose those, or bring them up to the front at the end, because that'd be dead. And then, so us as EBCB do not have the right to vote, and if you have not paid your annual membership fee before the end of the financial year, unless we vote on it, you will lose the right to vote. So method of voting, like we did before, you're going to raise your flag when we ask you to, and that's your way of voting. Don't shout out like, Reese votes yes, just raise your flag up. And for a lot of the voting, a simple majority is required, so that means like 51% over 49% will win. The votes you can have, you can be in favor of it, you can be against this, or you can abstain, which means you're not voting at all, but it will still be written down that you have abstained from voting. And if there's a proposal that's equally voted, meaning it's like an even number, 14-14, then it will be rejected. And so it's, yes.
Natalie, how, so in favor, you raise your flag? Yeah. Hello? Okay. If you vote in favor, you raise your flag. If you abstain,
We'll say who abstains, and I'll raise the flag. So we'll go through it every time. Who votes in favor, who is against, who abstains.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Keep it. Throw it back.
Okay.
Okay, so this part right here can get a little complicated, but that's when we're going to get into amendments and voting, because sometimes a member will pass, but there will be changes to it. And so I'll explain this more once we actually get to that point. But basically, if there's one proposal and then it changes, and there's two other ways to change it, each country will be allowed to vote for one of those proposals, and it needs a majority, so over 50%. And if it's equally divided, it won't be rejected. It means the chairperson will actually just have like two pieces of paper, and whichever one comes out, that's the one that's going to be chosen. If it's for three or more, everyone's going to get one vote, majority again. But if there's no majority, then we're going to go back to the two ones that have the highest amount of votes. And these are the member status since GA that had the right to vote that was voted on the last one. So you can read that. So this is just kind of on the side, I guess. But this right here is the way that we're going to stay professional but keep on moving. And these are the finger rules. So they're also right here when you forget. But if you want to say something first, you're going to put up whatever fingers you may need. So a new topic. So if I'm talking about voting and you want to add in something that's not really directly related, you're going to do one topic, which is your index finger up. And put it high, don't hide it, because then you can't see it. So everyone can practice with your finger up. There you go. Here's an interview there. Direct comment is two fingers up. And then a technical question is with the pinky up. And then, so the banana up there, that's a way where if everyone's getting really tired, but we don't have a break scheduled, you can throw a banana or throw something, not at us, but just throw it. And that will give us a clue that you guys are getting tired. And we'll tell you how many we get per day. Today, you don't get any bananas because we're really tight on time. But in the next few days, you might get 2, but that's not per person, that's for everybody. So you have to be wise about how you use them. Are there any questions on that? No? Awesome.
Okay. First of all, thank you for deciding to participate in this World Congress. I will welcome you in the name of IAS Croatia and the entire organizational team. And welcome to 61st World Congress, Croatia, A Tale of Land and Water. It's such an honor to say World Congress and Croatia in the same sentence. You see how my voice is shivering. About the schedule, okay, for those who don't know me, my name is Andjana Galic and I'm National Director of IAS Croatia. And I was in charge of the logistic part of this World Congress. And as you can see, we are going to start in Zagreb, where we are going to discuss about our future goals and plans through different kind of workshops, general assemblies and soft skill trainings. And I hope that we are going to, how do you say, we are going to do your expectations about global projects and gaining new friends and traveling and stuff. Because after having spent 10 days here in Zagreb, we are moving on the coast. The fun part. On the coast, we prepared several educational visits, and we are going to see few cities. So, but don't worry, you will have enough time to enjoy the sun and chill on the beach. So we thought about that too, and I would like to congratulate members of IAS Croatia for organizing this World Congress, especially the organizational team, which sadly isn't everybody is not here now, but they will join us later. So we worked really hard for the past, I think, 8-9 months to organize all of this.
Thank you, Adriana. So hello everyone. I would like to also welcome you from the behalf of ES Croatia and the WOCO OC team. For those that know me, I'm Tibor, and for those that don't know me, will meet me. I'm here to say some few quick notes that everyone should remember, and those are which EB already said. It's ES attitude note. We all agreed that we will not accept any bad behavior, and we will punish it the way we agreed to. The second thing is, during first few days, we will give you a document that you will sign. The document will enforce the things about the damaged things or breaking things, which is that whoever breaks a thing has to cover its cost on his side. Also, behavior on hostels here in Zagreb and on the seaside, also in faculty, is known. You can't drink unless intended, and there will be intended drinks. And then also don't smoke inside of faculty or hostels. At the dinner, when food will be served, please take your seats so that we won't have any mess around. Also, the ticket ramps, you got the first tickets. Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to get for all the days, but we will try. If not, we will buy tickets for you. And tickets are 4 kunas or 60 cents. And that's it. This thing here, it's a catch box. It works like you throw it and then you get closer to it and you thought, while it's traveling around, it won't make any sound. And last, accreditations, you will get that on the opening ceremony. Behind the accreditations, you have numbers from 4 of us, Milan, Andriana, and Manuela, and you have also the hostels locations there if you get lost. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, and now the word is going to have our head of the project, Lan Rajlic.
Everything has been said so far. I'm just happy that you came here in such great numbers. And I don't know, I'm really proud that we managed together in such numbers, that we are here together, that we will work on future projects together, and that we can make a change together. Thank you. And we will talk about this.
So we'll just have a quick break for 15, 20 minutes, and then we have to be back after 20 minutes, please.
The chairperson needs to come to the front, please. Like everyone who was elected as chairperson or secretary, please come to the front.
Understand what guide the conversation.
Do you have WhatsApp?
This was bad. TV was good. This I wasn't like when I was coming, the Natalie was like,
Hey, love.
Why do you
okay, there's a point.
why does
Like, but it wasn't working. The one in front, no, also, no. Is that working? Weird, it told us it's working.
yes,
Nice.
Shit, I cannot see it.
Faz essa nesse candidate manager.
Yeah, no need to.
And we're gonna. So.
Hello. Easy love me, love me.
Hola, hola.
I'm looking for the right words to say. I'm slowly slowly it feels like drowning. Will it get straight? Will it get straight? That's all you can say. The part that I remember is that you shouldn't be like this. And you know, while I'm sitting here this evening, I just know I should be leaving, but it's too late for me to go now. Yes, we're back to that one loving, and gradually there's only and it's your time to receive. Don't you see? We will see us if you Just can't be seen. Just can't be seen. Just can't be seen with you. Just can't be seen. Just can't be seen with you.
Sorry?
How is it going? Everything was we didn't even know the agenda. Like, yes, written voting rights after they voted, but they had the OT on their phone. I don't know where. At the end, it was supposed to be afterwards.
I know.
I talk for a reason, sing for a reason. I just sound mine. The season change on my lips, no my no try to get out visions and my intuition never tell me never just feel how you wanna feel the deeper the feel just been that way. So
Yeah, well, but we're going through all that stuff. There's now we're gonna see it, like, if you just see it,
I was definitely homework. They told me that when PowerPoint presentation we were working, but and they told me that this
Yes. Did you share the? Unlock this would be better. Every little thing. Yeah, it's up. Yeah, no, I just start my podcast today. So yeah, I don't know how we can what will be today. What my idea when I do podcasts, my idea is to go. You can see on my website on SoundCloud. Just finish your presentation. So maybe you found it by consider.
I accidentally deleted your email. I don't know if
You actually what?
I accidentally deleted your email.
Okay. Yes.
No, don't. You found it.
Okay.
And you also mentioned the hashtag. Yeah, like just tell them if they post stuff, they use the hashtag.
Check.
Now really have to raise
You don't, like, apparently, when kids missing. No, we always, or one country doesn't raise their flag at all, just to make sure that every country knows how to raise the flag or whatever.
Great, original, like, okay, so let's check that.
Just okay,
but everybody, every country.
So the camera is just. Do you really need it? Is it like?
No, it's okay. We can do it from the.
So the library camera is good.
Check.
Good quality is okay.
Yes.
So I should try to get the camera for the other ones, right?
Yeah, but I do have camera, but I need it.
What you need to makes sense. Okay. I think there should be one, but I don't know where. I'll ask. And it's like with this kind of photo, but the two have to compare its phone. Or is it like? Okay, I'll try to find it. I'll try to get it. 1 hour. Okay, I'll try. Okay, no problem.
One, two, one, two.
We are so many conflicting words about my life. When I roll around, I gotta be working hard. And I don't need to survive. Just we are like
Okay. Welcome once again. We should,
Okay, so after every break, we need to make sure that all the countries here again. All countries are here again. So please raise your flag so we can see if everybody's here. What? No, it's. We're supposed to be 15. One, two, three. Now they were racing. Nepal, USA. She's not here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What? Yeah, so this is good.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming back. We're going to get directly into it. Just have your full attention. Thank you. First of all, every tweet or Instagram or everything related on social media, you can use the two hashtag, the yes 2018, don't forget it. So it's getting more viral. And so on the next thing in the agenda, we're going to proceed to the approval of the last GA reports and the agenda of the GA validation of the GA agenda of GA 2018. After every voting, so I will ask you once again to raise your flag if you're against or in favor. But first of all, the approval of the last GA reports. Thank you.
Okay, you also the last report that you have in front of you. It was also in your emails about a week ago, so I'm not going to go through it. But basically, it just has what happened last year during the GA, and we just need a simple approval so we can keep on moving on. Are there any questions before the voting on the GA report? Awesome. So we're going to vote now.
So for people in favor, please raise your flag.
High, like really high. Okay, 50.
It's 100% approbation.
Yes.
Nice.
For our GA sessions for this week and for WOCO 2018. So we have on the agenda are points that are constitutional that we have to do. And there's also things that we've been working on throughout the year that are on there, including our world projects, also a training and things that we think are very important to discuss during the GA. Are there any questions on the GA before voting?
Yeah, I have a question. On a Tuesday, the blank part, that means people wake up late.
So the reason we have I'll explain. So the reason it says X on the top and not session is because we're required to have a free day in between the presenting of amendments and voting on amendments for the Constitution and bylaws. And so it's a free day. So the trainings are not mandatory, but of course we highly encourage them. Come on, Frank.
At the end, where's the ES Americas presentation?
Yes, you are on Wednesday. Wednesday, 12.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm late. Sorry.
Well, normally you have this on your email, and if there is no question, we can proceed to the vote of the agenda. So once again, who are in favor, please raise your flag really high. I got 15 flags, so this is 100%. All right. Since now we have a wonderful we had a wonderful work made by our president, but as she said, she cannot stay forever. Now we will have the presentation of the new candidates and the voting for the new full members. We go.
Okay, so like I said before, we've started with 51 countries before our term, and we're happy to welcome more new members. First, we had ES Bangladesh right at the beginning of our term, and I think it's really nice that we welcome them to the association. And we had ES-DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. Then ES, South Africa. And ES, Liberia. Then we received quite a number of full candidate membership applications, so I will just run through all of them and say they are not great so far in just summary, and then we can vote afterwards. Yeah. ES Tunisia, they believe that they can be a life-changing experience to many students in agriculture and related sciences in Tunisia. And also the university agreed to assist them in the running of the association because of Mr. Belkoja, the first president of ES World. So next we have also ES Netherlands. Attended WOCO exchange weeks, quite a number of exchange weeks in Morocco, Belgium, Switzerland, and also ICEA 2017. They are also planning to have a stable committee with quite a number of members, and also to organize their first exchange week. We also have ES Austria, organized Expo 2016 in Vienna, and they had two of their members attending Expo meeting. One member went to the seminar in Bohane this year, and also organized some events in Vienna. ES Serbia, they want to contribute to our organization as much as possible, and also to be involved in the voting of during the General Assembly and help with the elections of the new EBCB. Costa Rica, founded in 2016 and already has 77 members with 3 local committees, participated in DMA Chile 2015, DMA 2016, Guatemala, and WOCO Mexico 2017, ICEA Exchange Week, and WOCO 2018. They are also going to host DMA 2019. Yes, Bulgaria participated in exchange weeks in Switzerland, Volos, Slovenia, Morocco, Spain. Also attended Expo in 2016 and 2017. EDM 2017, WOCO 2016 seminars were organized, also sub-regional meeting in 2017. And their future plan is to promote the organization in all the possibilities. For Paraguay, they implemented ES global projects, particularly the no food waste and the women in agriculture. Participated in DMA 2018 and Exchange Week in Mexico, and had some local events. Hosting, it's also the hosting committee of DMA 2020. Then Montenegro, they would like to get a chance to vote as well and make decisions for the future development of EAS, and participated in Exchange Week, Slovenia, Thessalonica, Bonn, Sardinia, and WOCO 2017 in Mexico. Also Guatemala, unfortunately, I didn't receive the application yet, but they have interest in being full members, and they have reached 2 years. So if you're a candidate member, you have 2 years, and after 2 years, you have to apply for full membership. So they are yet to send it, but we can have like a few words of motivation from Anna, and just a few sentences.
Sorry that we don't have to do that, but I am a nutritionist, and we want to that we want to have we want to integrate all the careers like nutrition, medicine, agriculture, because we believe that Guatemala can go further with we are united like all the careers. I'm nervous.
Yeah. Okay.
Just, yes,
Well, also I would like to say that Yes Guatemala organized the 2017 DMA, and it was a really nice experience. We have a really good time, and we got to know their really beautiful country, and they made a really good work. So you also should know that.
Okay, nice, perfect. So we can move on to the voting. Per country.
So you have all the different voting per countries. All right. Well, we will start by Tunisia, and please raise your flag for Tunisia into the Yes Committee. It's 100% approval for Tunisia. Welcome Tunisia to Yes World. Next one, please, Netherlands. It's a good training for your arm, so. Once again, it's 100% approval and welcome Netherlands. Yeah. It's so beautiful. Austria right now. Do I need to count? Well, this time it's just 100% approval and welcome Austria. Next one, Serbia. Once again, welcome Serbia. There is nobody from Serbia. Please. Welcome.
Thank you all for voting for us. So I don't know what to say. We are happy to be part of ES now officially as a full member. It's the point of everything. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, going to the next one, please. Costa Rica. Suspense. Now we have. Now with the new member, it's still 100% approval. And welcome Costa Rica. Please hit your flag.
First of all, thank you all very much for giving us the opportunity to work harder for ES World, for ES Costa Rica, ES America. I want to say it's such a shame that Nia, ES Costa Rica president, couldn't be here, but I'm pretty sure she will be really happy when she hears this news. But right now Costa Rica is like 3 in the morning, so she'll have to wake up later. But thank you all very much. Pura vida, pura vida.
Next one, for the voting of the integration of Bulgaria. It seems like I'm European Union. It's amazing. Please raise your flag. Don't forget. Now with the two new members, we have 100% approval for Bulgaria. Is it anybody from Bulgaria? But we can still welcome Bulgaria. For the integration of Yes Paraguay, please raise your flag. You can change the arms if you feel tired. No problem. Well, we have 100%. Thank you. Nepal have two flags, but still, it's okay. Still, welcome Paraguay to Yes World. Nobody from Paraguay? Okay. Yes, Montenegro right now. Please, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, the Zimbabwe just have the biggest flag. Just look at this. This is great. And well, raise your flag, don't forget. Let's go. It's okay. I have the 100%. Thank you and welcome. Montenegro. Anybody from Montenegro? No? Okay.
Okay. For Guatemala, like I said before, they showed interest in being full members, but we did not receive the application, and our proposal as EBCB is that we extend their candidates until they send in the application for full membership. Still, we have to vote for this, but that's our proposal as EBCB.
Should we proceed to the vote? So we proceed to the vote.
So the vote is to keep Guatemala as candidate.
But for
Until they send
the application for full membership.
All right, so 100% in favor of Guatemala staying in the candidate until they send the application. Don't forget. Well, I will have to say, I'm Willie from Cameroon, and I live now in Portugal. This is just to introduce myself. And congratulations and welcome to the new countries in the Yes family. Thank you very much.
Okay, so this is the less fun part of this membership because unfortunately some member countries are not fulfilling their duties. And those two things are to be a full member, you have to pay your membership fee every year, and you also have to fill out the annual report, which we are missing some. Okay, so I'm going to split this up by the categories. Okay, so basically MF on there means membership fee. And so for category A members, they do not have to pay a membership fee. So disregard that, but the committee reports are still required to fill in. And as you can see, we're missing committee reports from Burundi, Mali, Niger, Rwanda, Senegal, and Uganda. And so we have to give a constitutional status of what we would recommend for those countries. So for Burundi, they did not fill it out and they were a candidate member already. So we're proposing that we freeze them. And I'm going to go through all of them and we're going to vote at the end on this. For Mali, they were a full member. We recommend that the constitutional duties that we freeze them. Same for Niger. For Rwanda, they are already excluded. We recommend that they stay excluded. For Senegal, they were a candidate. That's wrong on there. Apologize for that. We recommend that you freeze them. And for Uganda, they're a full member, but constitutionally, we recommend that they are frozen. So for category B, they're required to pay the membership fee, so it gets a little bit more complicated. And so for Bangladesh and Cameroon, we're missing the community reports, and for Bangladesh, we recommend that they're frozen. They're already candidate members. For Cote d'Ivoire, they did all their constitution duties, so they stay at full membership. For Ghana, we're missing their committee reports. They were a full member, so we recommend that they're frozen. For Kenya and Morocco, they did all their constitutional duties, so we recommend that they stay full members. For Guatemala, they were candidate members, but we recommend that you freeze them. But with this extension, they should hopefully. Our next EBCB recommendation is that they stay candidate member. For Kenya, Morocco, Nigeria. So that means that they hosted it this year, and so they don't have to pay the membership fee for next year. Yep. And so also for Niger, we're missing. So they were hopefully going to come to MOCO, but they weren't able to make it, and so we are expecting cash on arrival. But we have hopes that they will. Oh, sorry, that's for Morocco. Sorry. And so we're expecting that they'll give a payment soon. And then for these things are messed up. For Nigeria, they are excluded already. For Sri Lanka, we did not receive their committee reports, and no, we've asked for their membership fee, and they have not sent that in, so I recommend that they are frozen. Tajikistan, we did not receive the committee report, so I recommend that we freeze them. For Tunisia, we received everything, but they are currently a candidate, and we recommend they stay candidates. And for Ukraine, we did not receive their committee report, and so we recommend that we freeze them. Yes.
Just quick comments on Bangladesh and Tunisia. They did send afterwards, but later, but they sent their annual report.
Sorry, I didn't hear very well about Sri Lanka. What does it mean, no 100 euros for the membership fee? They pay,
That's
Nigeria. Yeah, sorry.
They're excluded because they didn't pay their 100 euro membership fee for 2015-2017.
Okay, sorry, thanks.
We have no contact with Sri Lanka. Last year they already paid super late their membership fee, and it was from an alumni, and they're struggling with finance. And the problem is that I don't have any more contact now. I don't know who to contact, so it's complicated. Sri Lanka. Ukraine, they're not active anymore. I think they're in contact with the Regional Board of Europe, and they're. You want to comment? Yeah, the last time I checked, the regional director was trying to contact Ukraine, but he actually couldn't. There's no contact from Ukraine.
I met the rector of the university from Ukraine, where is the IAS committee, and they say that they are inactive because they are not motivated. But he is IAS will have the support of the university. So for the board, will be really nice. You have the invitation to go to Ukraine and motivate them. So it's really good for you. So then that's the last information.
Okay, for C, for Argentina, Bulgaria, and China, they were candidate members, and we did not receive their committee reports for this year. And also from Bulgaria and China, all of them, we did not receive a membership fee. So we recommend that you freeze them. For Costa Rica, they fulfilled their annual report, but not their membership fee. And they were a candidate member, but we're going to recommend that you freeze them. That's wrong in there. For Croatia, they didn't have to pay membership fee because they arranged EDM. And they fulfilled their constitutional duties, so we recommend that they stay. It's wrong there. Sorry, guys, some of this is wrong here. It was late at night. Sorry. So for Croatia, we recommend that they stay a full member. For Ecuador, we're hoping to receive their membership fee, so we recommend that they stay a full member. Mexico, recommendation of a full member. Paraguay, we recommend that they stay. Well, for Paraguay, they're now a full member. And also Montenegro, so congratulations. We recommend that they are a full member, which they are. For Peru, we did not receive their committee reports or membership fee, so we recommend that they are froze. Russia, they were already frozen, and we haven't heard anything from them, so recommendation to keep them frozen. For Serbia, a full member, but we did not receive their committee report. So we're gonna have to recommend that they're. For South Africa, one. Then we have.
Yes, that Costa Rica should be frozen. I don't know, and they should become full members. No, but Natalie said frozen, and they should become full because we just voted. Maybe. Okay.
Now they're full members, but for this is the year that just passed.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
This wasn't the voting that happens. It's just not that. Celine, you have a
I'm just wondering what happens if a country still fills in the report but later. Do you change it then if that's the only thing that was missing, or I know Bulgaria still has members, so they will probably fill in their report if we remind them.
So what can happen for those is we can give an extension, and it's happened the past couple years. We gave an extension to September 30th, I believe. So they have until that time to do it. If they do not, then they go into what the constitutional recommendation was. Okay. Yeah, and we'll do voting after that where we can explain that.
it's like the membership fee. If you want to vote against the constitution and give them a deadline, it's possible. But not after the 31st of September, because then the term changes and it's the next ECB and.
Yeah, so these are all constitutional recommendations that we have to make, but of course in the discussion that can be changed.
You have the power in the.
GA has ultimate power. Next one.
Okay.
Category D is pretty good, I'd say, except for Uruguay, we haven't received membership fee or their committee report, so we recommend that they are frozen, but everyone else has been very good about their membership fee and committee report. So we recommend full. Do you want to explain Chile?
Chile is like that close from collecting. You want to comment, Macarena?
No, it's in process.
Yeah, it's in process. That's why.
Yeah.
It's because your university is paying, right?
Yeah.
And it takes a long time.
I can explain it.
The thing is that the director of my university, of my career, changed, so I have to explain him all the process to pay the fee. So he sent me emails. Can you send me the formal form to pay? It was the one that you sent me, so there's no another one. And I tried to explain him, and it's in process. And now I'm here, and I'm sending mails, but I don't know what's going to happen. I hope until July it's ready.
That's why you can vote for a deadline to pay,
Please.
so you don't get frozen because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not good.
Anything else? Okay. What? Yeah. We'll go to E. Okay. Guys. Okay, so for Austria, we did not receive their membership fee or committee report, and they have applied for full membership. But since we haven't received either, we recommend that they are frozen. For Belgium, they completed their constitutional duties. We recommend that they stay full members. For Finland, we have not heard anything from them, so we recommend that they are frozen. For France, there's a situation. Selene, you want to explain?
Okay, so yes, France organized the EXCO meeting this year. So technically, next year they will not pay the membership fee because they organized EXCO this year. It's a 1-year difference. The problem is that they didn't get the Erasmus Plus grants this year, and so they're bankrupt basically. And usually the university pays the membership fee, but because they supported a lot the EXCO meeting, they cannot pay the membership fee, and the committee cannot pay it either because they don't have any more money. And so that's a really bad situation. What is good is that next year our university is willing to pay the membership fee even if they don't have to. Even if technically, yes, France doesn't have to pay, but they can pay. The university is okay with that. So that's why we recommend that they stay full members with the condition that they pay the membership fee next year. It's just a situation that is just, yes, France organized the EXCO, and it's not a good, we feel like it is not a good idea to freeze them because they have financial problems because of the EXCO meeting and Erasmus Plus problems. It's up to you and you're voting if you have questions.
Yeah. Any questions for that? No? Okay. So we'll vote on that later. For Germany, they fulfilled their constitutional duties, so recommend that they stay full members. For Japan, we received their committee reports, and their membership fee is coming.
Yeah, it's somewhere between Japan and France. I guess Belgium, I don't know.
Yeah. And so we recommend they stay full. For the Netherlands, they don't have to pay the membership fee because they're a candidate member. And we received a report, so we recommend they stay candidate member. For Sweden, they fulfilled their constitutional duties, so we recommend that they stay a full member. For Switzerland, we received everything, so recommendation full. For the United States, for the coming situation, the organization that usually pays our fees, he retired in April, but he doesn't start again until August, and so they're finding a replacement. And nobody in that organization feels comfortable, I guess, paying for that. And so once that new person is hired, they will do the transaction fee.
Yeah, but I have contact with them. They're pretty confident. And it's just 700 euros of fee, so they cannot just give it to me and then wait for the university.
Yeah. Yes. So that's all the categories. So this is a list of the country that did all the constitutional duties. Next one, half duties, next one, and no constitutional duties. So we are going to go back to, Lucha, back to slide A, or the category A. So now we're going to do the voting. I'm going to do this. So we're going to do the voting for how they stay as a member, if they're going to stay. This isn't like for new members, this is if they're going to stay a full member, if they're going to stay a candidate member, if they're going to be frozen or they're going to be excluded. And we can have discussions about each country again to discuss, and then we'll do the voting with in favor, against, or abstaining.
You understand? Oh, you want another explanation? Well, basically, we vote to. And I'll ask it because I need another explanation. So basically, we proceed to the vote to see if they stay, if those freezing countries stay candidate or go on the excluded. This is.
Yeah. So while we're doing the voting, it can be, it has to be proposed. Sorry, this is complicated. It can be proposed during the voting if the deadline is extended to a date. It's in the past, it's been September 30th, and during that voting process.
Okay. For every country or each country?
For the ones who haven't. just the member report. They didn't have to pay any membership fees.
Yeah, so we vote, please raise your flag in favor, category A. They are not expected to pay, but they need to fulfill all the membership requirements. So please raise your flag to vote in favor. Please raise your flag to vote in favor of full membership in this category for those different countries.
Yeah, you have to go.
Benny?
So do you want me to do an example one? Okay, so for Benin, they've fulfilled their constitutional duties, which is a committee report. They are full status, and we recommend they stay at full status. And then we'll vote in favor of staying full status, against full status, or abstaining from full status.
But if they fulfill everything, why they should be not in the full status?
The GA has to vote for every country. Yeah, it's just one of those constitutional.
Then raise your flag if you are for them to stay in full status. You have 100% votes for Benin staying in full status. The next one is Mali, right?
No, you have to go through each one. We're gonna go through each one.
Okay.
Are you comfortable doing it? Okay, so for Burundi, they did not complete their committee report for this year. We're missing it. They were a candidate member, and we did not receive their application. What we can do is we can give them an extension until September 30th, or whatever date you'd like to propose, to turn that in, and they will not be frozen. And if they don't turn it in after that, then they will be frozen. Does that make sense? Okay, so who votes in favor and the proposed date of September 30th? Who votes in favor of that? Extension until September 30th. We're gonna do, so this is for the, yeah. So this is for the extension of all our voting for all countries we're getting an extension to. So we won't have to vote for that date again of September 30th. So,
yes.
Okay, so they were given an extension until September 30th to complete that constitutional duty. And if not, they will be frozen after that. Okay, so for DRC, they completed their constitutional duties, so we recommend they stay a candidate member. So voting in favor? All right. For Liberia, same thing. We recommend they stay a candidate member because they fulfilled their constitutional duty. Voting in favor? Raise your flags high. Okay, 100%. For Liberia, same thing. Full member or stay at the current status of candidate members. Voting in favor of staying a candidate member. No, we did DRC. Did we do it? Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay. For Mali, we did not receive their committee report for this year. They were at full status. We recommend that they are frozen unless they are given the deadline of September 30th to complete that task. Voting in favor of giving an extension until September 30th. All right, so they will be given the extension. For Nepal, they fulfilled all their constitutional duties, so we recommend they stay in full status, voting in favor. Nepal, you're not allowed to vote. All right, so they will be given the extension. Why did I get another extension? Okay, for Niger, we didn't receive the report. They were full. We recommended freezing unless we give an extension. Voting for the extension of September 30th. In favor. All right. Anything from them, so we recommend they stay excluded. Voting in favor of staying excluded. Raise your flags. Yes.
Favor.
Okay. So they will stay excluded. For Senegal, we did not receive their committee reports. We recommend giving extension until September 30th to complete that report. Voting in favor of the report. Yeah. Okay. For Togo now, I believe we received their committee reports. They are full members, and we recommend they stay full members. Voting in favor. Yeah. Okay. For Uganda, we did not receive their committee reports. They were full. We recommend freeze unless we give them an extension until September 30th. Voting for extension of September 30th. Voting in favor. Okay.
So next one for the Zimbabwe.
No, it was already
Yeah, Zimbabwe.
We didn't vote. We voted for all the full members together.
Oh, okay.
The first vote was the full members.
Okay, so for all the full members who completed their constitutional duties for the membership fee and report, except for category A, who doesn't have to pay a membership fee, voting in favor of keeping them full member status for all full member countries. All right.
Yes, we got 100%.
Okay.
Okay, to maintain.
For Bangladesh, status frozen and the vote to maintain them in for this statute, please raise. Yeah. So the committee is on the way and okay. So we vote for Bangladesh for candidacy. Please raise your flag.
So they have to pay the fee. They have not paid the fee, but they sent the committee report and all their candidates, so they do not have to pay the fee.
Please.
So when you're a candidate country, you don't pay the fee. So it's just from now on, if they're now we're voted full members, from now on they will pay for the next year.
Okay, so voting in favor of giving Bangladesh an extension until September 30th to fulfill what? Oh, okay, sorry. Voting to keep them a full member, candidate member, excuse me. Voting in favor of keeping Bangladesh a candidate member. Okay, they will stay. For Cameroon, we did not receive their committee reports, but we can vote and get in favor of giving them an extension until September 30th. Voting in favor of the extension. Alrighty, I know this is fun, guys, but we gotta do it. For Cote d'Ivoire, we member, we already did that. For Ghana, we did not receive their committee reports. Voting in favor of giving an extension until September 30th. Okay. For Guatemala, so we also did not receive their application for full membership and are missing their report. Proposal of giving an extension until September 30th. Voting in favor of it, the extension.
As part of the IAS America Committee, I thank to IAS Guatemala for the organization of the DMA. They did a good job, but for now they don't have an active committee. They are not working in our projects and in our actual projects, and I think we should give them some time to think about if they want to continue with IAS, freezing them.
So your recommendation is to freeze them? Okay. Is there any discussion on possibly freezing Guatemala?
We voted before that they would become a full member when they sent in the application, when we freeze them at the same time. Does that make sense?
So what Mitzi is proposing is like, okay, they did all of their job, they did an amazing DMA, but after that DMA, they don't have any people working actually for the committees. They don't have an existing committee. So she's proposing to freeze them for 1 year so they can become active again. That's what she's proposing. Is like, okay, they fulfill all of their constitutional duties to become full members, but she proposes to freeze them because there's no actual committee now. I don't know.
So I would recommend that they become full members for the reason that when you're frozen, you cannot attend international events. You have less possibilities to attend ES events. So I would recommend that they become full members. And if at the end of the year there is nobody active and they cannot fill in their reports and pay the membership fee, then we freeze them. It can give them a year to also establish a committee. It's just if we freeze them from the beginning, like if we accept their full members and then freeze them just after, it's a bit discouraging. Yeah, just a comment.
In between Guatemala, do you have any comments?
Es porque quieren sacar dinero. Como para ellos ya, si no lo han.
Okay, so she's saying that the problem is the most of the members of IAS Guatemala are finishing their studies. So now they are really focused on doing that. And if they don't finish now, they will have trouble later. So that's why they're not having meetings or activities, because they are really pressured about school.
Is there any? Yes. Okay. So, is there anyone who could fill the comment?
Yes.
And do you yourself suggest that Guatemala is frozen, or that Guatemala becomes a full member, like as a representative of Guatemala? Like, what is your opinion?
Pero tú crees que si no es que pueden hacer, porque si le mucho
Yes. Okay. Oh. Pero, okay, so yeah, we all agree that they should become full members for 1 year. If they feel their obligations, then freeze them, but give them this year as full members.
Still, they will need to fulfill their duties until end of September this year. Okay.
So in the end, this year they have to send their country report. Next year they have to fill their country report again, and they will not pay their membership fee even if they're full members because they organize DMA. So it means that next year they don't have to pay. So in the end, it gives them 2 years of chance to establish a really good committee before they pay the membership fee. So I don't know if you.
Okay, there's been some questions about what being frozen means. And just to clarify, you can look in your constitution, in the bylaws, it's 2.4. In the constitution, it's, I don't know exactly. But so basically a frozen member, they lose all their rights. So they can't attend any international events, they can't do exchange weeks, they can't do anything that would include EOS World on there.
Page 14.
Page
14.
Yeah, that's the complicated version.
Oh,
Yeah.
14, but go to the one in the bylaws.
I went there.
So I
So the one in the Constitution, which is the first part, is a lot more complicated than the one in the bylaws. So I recommend going and looking at that. I don't know how to booklet. It's in the bylaws, it's 4.6. Bylaws is after the Constitution.
Page 26.
Yeah, well, I'm just explaining it, but yeah, so basically when we say that we're freezing somebody, that means they lose all of their rights for that year unless EB decides to give them those rights so they can help build back up. But for Guatemala, what was the proposal for Guatemala again? Full member? Okay.
If they fulfill the annual report, like.
Wait. They're here for a reason.
Okay, so the proposal is that we give Guatemala full membership if they complete their constitutional duties by September 30th, voting in favor of giving them an extension until September 30th. They're in favor. All right, so they will be given an extension until September 30th. Yeah, so they are. Okay, so for Indonesia, it's done. Oh gosh. Okay, so for Nigeria, I think we didn't do that. So they were already excluded, and we recommend that they are excluded because we haven't had any contact with them. Voting in favor of keeping them excluded.
Yes.
Yes, sorry, Nigeria. Okay. So for Sri Lanka, we did not receive their committee reports, and there's no contacts for membership fee. Celine, do you have any comment on the membership fee for Sri Lanka?
I have no contact, so I cannot say.
Okay.
And last year they already struggled a lot, and you can still give them an extension, and I can still try to contact the alumni that I know, and then he can try to go in the headquarters, but it's the holidays. I don't know. I can try again if you want, but I don't have any contacts. Just so you know, you can still give them 2 months, 1 month and a half.
Okay, so do you have any comments? No? Okay. So for Nigeria, or sorry, Sri Lanka, voting in favor of giving them an extension until September 30th. Voting in favor. Okay, they will be given an extension. For Tajikistan, we did not receive their committee reports and no membership fee. They were a candidate member, but we recommend they are frozen, but with the recommendation of an extension. Voting in favor of giving an extension to Tajikistan until September 30th. All right, so I'll give an extension. For Tanzania, we did not receive their membership fee, but they're candidates, so they don't have to do that. So they're stay the same as voting to keep them as a candidate member.
They're full now.
Oh, they're full now. That's true. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. For Ukraine, we don't really have any contact with them at all, except for those miscellaneous emails. They were full, but we recommend freezing them. Okay, voting in favor of giving Ukraine an extension until September 30th to fulfill constitutional duties. Okay, so how many was that? 16 voting against Belgium. And abstaining from voting. Okay, so they will majority win, so they will be given an extension until September 30th. Next, Richard. Okay, so for category C, so I'll make a proposal for all of these countries of the candidates that haven't fulfilled their members, excluding Russia from this, giving them extension until September 30th to fulfill constitutional duties, not without Russia in there. Voting in favor of giving all candidates on here extension until September 30th. Okay, against? Abstaining? Okay. Okay, so for now for Russia, we haven't heard anything from them. They were frozen and they requested to be frozen again. So we propose they stay frozen. Yes.
You can only be frozen for a year. You can only be frozen.
It can only be frozen for a year, right? I mean, they have to go excluded now.
Yes, so for 1 year if they're not. Pardon me for missing that. So you have 1 year as a frozen member to either get back candidate member or being excluded. So Russia has met the points of a year. They are being frozen. So now we give them a recommendation of being excluded. Any discussion? Good.
But you said they asked again to be frozen?
Yes.
So why? Like, could you explain a bit more?
Okay, so last year they got frozen because they didn't meet the constitutional duties, and now it's until being excluded because they still did not meet the constitutional duties. So now we are voting for exclusion.
We have in contact. We have.
Lan tried to contact, and he said he has no contacts with Russia, and you still proposed the same when I talked to him.
Okay, but if there is no one from there, who then asked for extension, like to do it again, the frozen status? If there is no contact.
It's just the RB.
No, she said they asked to be frozen again. So if there's no one who asked to be frozen.
It's like someone in Russia said, please keep us frozen 1 year more.
And they asked you.
So as I remember during the GA last year, they had asked to be frozen because there was no active member there. And so they wanted to be frozen because they couldn't fulfill the, then they asked, and now we didn't hear anything from them during the year.
And I recommend that if we don't have a good contact, they don't have a committee, then it's just better to exclude them and they start the process of applying. So they don't have the pressure of the membership fee and stuff like that. They start as new members, they join ES events, like little by little, because in that case, it will just stress everybody out, to have to pay everything. We will still try to contact them.
And do you know if the people who were in Mexico last year, you tried to contact them and they didn't?
From Russia? They were not present at GA. They were just
Yeah, they were not present at GAs, and we sent emails, and also the regional director of Europe, LAN, was trying to get at least some people, but still we have nothing from them.
Is there like a possibility of giving them like a delay to have become apply or something, or it's just like excluded?
Oh, so for the frozen members, the EB can give frozen members the right back. And what that does, it allows the committee to start somewhere. Because if they're frozen and can't do anything, there's nowhere for them to build. You can give a frozen member permission to do certain things. So build up. Does that answer?
So if they get excluded, they will have to restart. They can still apply for candidate membership. So it's restarting the whole committee. And the regional director also said mine is still typing out, and we also can still check them out to get some contact, but because we have no contact at all, it's rather better.
It's rather better to start a new committee.
Yeah. Yeah, so now I want to propose to vote and give the proposals during this term until September, if we get in contact with them. But we can. The proposal that I want to say is like. Yes, the last. No, but according to the Constitution, we should vote it now for the exclusion because it's 1 year. Just vote it now for the exclusion.
Hey, Man, do you have any comments on Russia?
No contact was made. There was one guy who was from another city, not the one that there was the Russian committee before, but he was more interested in his YouTube channel than yes.
So recommendation.
Recommendation is, they were frozen already, so I think it's better for them to maybe be excluded and then to restart over once they have new interested people for the committee.
Any other comments on this?
Yeah. About the Russia situation, can we give them an extension until September to see if they can do anything?
The thing is that, like last time, there's just no contact with them at all. So we're not optimistic about them.
Okay.
Trying to enough that that hasn't worked. Any other comments? Okay. So we're gonna vote now. So voting in favor of excluding Russia from yes. This is in favor of excluding, yes. 16 against.
Croatia excluded Russia from the World Cup, and now in Croatia we exclude Russia from yes. So it's just too much similarities.
Okay. Was that 100%? Okay. Voting against.
Against excluding Russia.
Abstaining.
You don't want any trouble.
All right. So Russia will be excluded. Next. All right, guys. We have 2 more categories to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, these are easy ones. So, Chile, the membership fee is coming. Okay, so voting. So, Mike, excluding Uruguay, voting for all these members to stay full members. Voting in favor of. Everyone on this board except for Chile and Uruguay is voting to keep them as full members. We're not, this doesn't include Chile. All right, so they'll all stay full members. For Chile, proposal of giving them an extension until September 30th to do those constitutional duties. Voting in favor? Yeah, this is your country, you can't vote. 100%. Yeah, okay, so they will be given an extension. Uruguay, do you have a better explanation than I do? So we didn't receive their committee report. We didn't receive their membership fee. Oh, they don't have one because they're a candidate member. But we haven't had any really contact with them. Maybe.
Oh, so this year for Uruguay was pretty harsh because they have some.
Proposal of freezing Uruguay. All in favor of freezing Uruguay. Okay, so they will be frozen for 1 year. Okay, so for Austria, we did not receive their committee reports. Vaughn, do you have any extra information about Austria?
Actually, I was in good contact with their MD. He was present on the Skypes. I had a good communication with their MD throughout the year. He was present on Skype meetings, but he's not answering my messages from starting recently. I do propose extension of deadlines since they were really active and they have a new committee of young people. So that's my recommendation as a regional. I have tried to contact him throughout the VOCO and see what he answers.
Any other discussion? Okay, so voting in favor of giving them an extension until September 30th. Or full membership, which means they also, if they voted as. Okay, voting against. Abstaining. Okay, so majority, so they will be given an extension until September 30th. Members, Finland, their membership fee is not coming in. We did not receive a committee report from them. And we don't have much contact. Lon?
I've talked to the representative of their student union. They're skeptical because they weren't active in ES for the last 2 years, I believe. But I have contacts of 2 people who were interested in starting it up and they requested to be frozen for a year. But they're also asking permission to maybe attend some of the events for them to see what ES is. And then if they like it, they can just rejoin the network in a year. So I don't know what recommendation will maybe going back to candidate member, not going back to frozen, or honestly, I don't know how to proceed. My bad.
Okay, that was supposed to have my phone point. Finland. When they're frozen, EB can allow them to go to certain events, but they need permission of EB when they do things.
Give the sense.
So we could invite them to our sub-regional meetings in Europe, for example, as an event for them to find out what ES is about. But they need permission from EP. Next.
Yes.
Do they need to request permission per events, or is once they're requested, then they can attend next ones? So
They just need to be in contact with EB, so that EB knows what they are doing, and then it's also no problem.
Is it excluded or frozen? Okay. Okay, so proposal of excluding Finland's voting freezing. Sorry, voting to freeze Finland in favor. All All right, so they will be frozen. Okay. For France, you heard the situation before. So we recommend they stay full members, an extension, not an extension. They just stay. Okay. So for Germany, they're done. For Japan, you're full members, but we haven't seen their fee, so giving an extension until September 30th. Voting in favor? All right, so they'll be given an extension. Okay, and for United States, so I explained the situation earlier that the person who did the transactions retired, and the next person starts in August, so giving an extension to the United States until September 30th to pay the fee. Voting in favor? All right, voting. Okay, voting against. Abstaining. We're missing a vote. Okay, voting in favor. Let's do it again. Yeah, I know. Okay, so they will be given an extension until September 30th. Okay, so that is it for the membership fee voting. Thank you for doing that. I know it's not fun, but am I missing something? Okay, Jonathan, you're giving me
Well, is it okay? I don't know if you have bananas today, but we go ahead. Now it's the ICA NSAP presented by Luis, please.
Okay, thank you. Well, I will try to do it like interesting this because I think that you are tired. You look tired. What about this motivation? Yeah. Okay. As you know, ICEA was created last year. This is an international conference for youth in agriculture because we want to provide a platform for students that are EAS member and not EAS member to discuss about some sustainable development goals or actual challenge that we have in this environment, like in the agriculture, in the impact of the agriculture is having now in the world, in all over the world. And this is what we develop as a objective of the ICEA. Next slide. As I told you, it was created in 2017. We have the opportunity to have the event in Leuven, in Belgium. Or from the local committee from Porto. I say thanks to them, like that we achieved like a really nice goals that we were planned. We planned this for students, like at the beginning for 150 students, but unfortunately there were some problems, and at the end we only can have 45 participants. There were like half EAS members, and there were like students from university where the EAS has a committee, but they are not part of the EAS, and I will talk more about this later. So, can you return? For those who do not know, have never attended for any ICEA, what we are doing in a 4 days. So first we start with the trainees, because at the end we want to achieve some projects and develop some projects. So with these trainings we provide to the participants the skills to develop the projects or the workshop. So together with the where client we were workshops as we went to do during this and they were like really interesting because we interesting project one really nice is one proposal from one girl from Peru. Sorry, she wanted to create to promote first the sustainable consumption, like do the consumption, sorry, of sustainable products, like doing one application and like trying to catch those farmers or those companies that are doing like a bio products or sustainable products, put it in a mark, put a QR code. How is QR code? Yeah. QR. Yeah, sorry, I forgot the QR code, and like with this application, you start like promoting the consumption of this kind of product. Yeah. QR. Yeah, sorry, I forgot the QR code, and like with this application, you start like promoting the consumption of this kind of products. Another one is like to share videos, like how to do farm to the students, and also language taken like, with music, with bands, where the local producers can promote their products, and well, this could be like really nice. We also do the ES Impact. We show to the University of ES Porto, or where ES Porto is, the Universidad de Porto, how we are working in a global level, because after EDM, this idea emerged, because we saw that Portugal were doing too many activities, but only in a local level. So now with this, we try to retake them to the international events, like hosting and also attending. And yeah, we achieved this. Also, we did the promotion of the global projects, more talking about the socias and no food waste. And also, well, we're sharing our goals about the strategy, about the strategy ES 2020. That means like the team focus and also sustainability. And which is the other one? Team focus, sustainability. Excellence. And for sure, the excellence is included there. But there's leadership with the workshops and doing the projects. Plus, yes, members, as I say, we have non-EAN members that very interested to join EAS, to join the local committees. So far, I remember that we have members from ATG, from Zurich, also from Ghent, from Leuven, from Vienna, from Boku. Also, I have to say thanks to those universities that they promote our event. And also, well, later I will tell you something. And I have to say thank you to them, because also they were sponsoring their spots at the event. A stronger relation with EAS Porto and the networking that we create. I think that during these events we can create a really nice networking. Also, EAS is a platform that you can develop too many ideas. Gus, do you have something to ask?
Because this event was supposed to be okay. In last book, it was said that this event, the ICEA, was supposed to be kind of like it was an opportunity to earn money for EAS. And my question is, did is there some financial earnings that
I want
we
to
got?
I want to explain that because sadly we didn't earn money. Actually, we have to put some money from another things there to cover the expenses because we were planning everything like I said at the beginning for 150 participants, and then we were like arranging everything for this amount, but at the end we only received 45, so you cannot do it anything if you receive cancellations 1 month before and you pay like 3 months before the event. So that is at the end I'm going to do some recommendations about it.
Okay, and one more. Did we get like any partners, new partners from ICEA?
No, I'm going to explain it later what's happening. And well, now there's the open call for the next ICEA. It's really easy to organize. It's only 4 days. So if someone feels motivated, if some committee feels motivated, now we are proposing to have ICEAs in the Americas and Europe because it's something to do like more attractive in both continents. So yeah, we are looking forward for the next OC. Recommendations, as you were asking. Unfortunately, I have to say that we were trying last year. Syngenta was the biggest sponsor for the event. He sponsored us for 5,000 euros. And this year the contacts that we have, they changed, they moved, and the other contacts, we were not able to catch them. I can say that maybe I was really confident that they will support us again, but at the end the things do not were as I was wishing. We were trying to find a sponsor also in a local level with Yes Porto, and we found it, but they only gave us food and the snacks for the event, and they sponsors the lunches also. And yeah, that's what's happened. And well, as you know, 10 doors, and you will only have like only one open that will open. So unfortunately, we didn't get like any sponsor, and we didn't earn any money. And that's why I'm doing these recommendations for the next event, for the next coach. For the experience, I can say that, well, for this event, it's like important to take care only for the educational part. That means the trainings, the workshops, and the talks or seminars, and the lunch. You can leave the participants to take care of from their own accommodation, lunch, breakfast and dinner. It will not be like an EAS event that we are attended, that we have covered, that we, well, you pay a participation fee and you have everything, but that means that the participation fee for the event will be reduced. This year was 120 euros the participation fee, and well, taking care only about these parts could reduce the budget. Celine? Yes.
I'm afraid that if not ES members would want to attend the event and there's no accommodation and they have to search for everything themselves, they might not like it. So maybe it would be optional, but I wouldn't make it. Is that really true?
Yeah, I can understand this part, but also without including the accommodation and the transportation, you will not have problems like complaining about the food, that they do not like the food, that they do not like the accommodations. Like you will skip. That's how we work. That we don't care about the accommodations. we like so.
I heard that feedback as well from this year, but I think last year the accommodation was really nice, and to be together in and all at one place would make them bond more with ES members and maybe even get more interested in being in ES, because I know 4 Belgians went, and like 2 or 3 of them are interested in joining ES now because they were all together. But yeah, if you put them at their own mercy and they have to find their own accommodation, I'm afraid that they won't see the others as much and bond as much.
Okay, well, actually, this is only recommendations. Like, don't have to be like this. But Paulina,
Hold on. Maybe you can finish the presentation and then we take all the question, and it will be easier if you have still things to present.
no, go ahead.
I just want to quickly say something. So we have to decide for ICEA whether we want, what kind of event we want to be at. And after the experience of this year, we think that it's more reasonable to have it like a real conference. You can give recommendations for hostels and everything, but not book everything, because also last minute cancellations put us in a really bad position for the reservations we made and everything. So just to have it to be able to make it anywhere, because last year, for example, they were present, that it was done in Belgium, they were close to everything. We had to do it in another country. There were a lot of people in Belgium from the EB, so it was kind of closer. And yeah, this year, that was one of our main problems, that we were just not there to be able to do everything. So yeah, but like you just said, it's just a recommendation. It depends on the next team, what they want to do with ICEA.
But about cancellations, because it's an official conference, maybe a recommendation would be that if they cancel so many weeks before, that they can't receive their money back.
Yeah, no refund.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end, these are only recommendations for the next organizing committee. I think that I'm going to keep I'm going to go quickly of all the recommendations, then you can have the time for it.
Yeah, it's just recommendation, and also every year it can change depending on which committee can host it, and depending if the hotel is closed, whatever. It's just
So if you look, the second recommendation will be easier to do it where one member of the EB is located, because this year I start to organize this event from Mexico. I start to the call of the applications until December. We got the hosting committee. Then I moved to Spain, near to Portugal, to be close to the organization. But at least it was really so hard. Last year, all the EB were located in Luis. Recommendation to do it. Member of the have to care about it. And well, also I have to say thanks to my QB from ICEA that were helping me too much doing the promotion. This is also encountering Woko to host the event and continue working with the really interesting. Looking in the internet, I found IFAMA is the International Forum of Management of Agriculture. Yeah. And they find a company that can organize, not organize, the company gives you a problem and you bring to them a group of students, they start dealing, and they can have a problem. And the deal that you can do with these companies is that the food, the transportation is wind and wind. So this is a recommendation. Also to host the next ICEA. Questions about ICEA? Something else? No. Okay, so I'm going to go to the study abroad program. As you know, it's like another platform that we're offering, and actually is one way to find grants for the organization. So the study abroad program is, I think that all of you already seen in a web page. Actually, this thing is like what you can see, but what we are offering to the universities is a package to promote the master's programs or the PhD programs, and well, I resume that what we are doing and what we are offering is basically like media promotion. You have, I think that you see the post that the PP of communication, Madame, have been doing about the programs that the Wageningen, Leuven, Ghent are offering to the students. And well, this is really attractive for the universities because, well, they know that we have like a global impact, so they can like be in all over the world and catch new students from all over the world too. At this time, we only have the 5 universities working with us. It's like KU Leuven, that the one with one we start is Boku in Vienna, Ghent in Belgium, Wageningen in the Netherlands, and Bankel, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's also in the Netherlands. Well, so Netherlands.
You want to say?
So what I want to ask you is now your support to promote this the study abroad program, because it will be really helpful for us, for the organization to have more how to say, more universities like in a close relation with us. So if you still do not see your logo, just try to the next book or have like at least another three universities. This year, I have to say that we renewed the contracts with the Boku, Ghent, Wageningen, and we included now this new university is new. Leuven, well, we have an agreement with them that this year they didn't pay for the promotion because they are helping us. As you know, the earthquakes of the IAS are in Leuven, and also they are like supporting the study abroad program since we started, and because they help too much during the last ICIA. So this is an agreement that the last EB did. So this year they didn't pay, and I think that it's all for the study abroad program. And Marie, can you go next? Yeah, and that's all. Any questions? No? Okay, fine. Thanks for your attention.
Yes.
Well, I really want to know why the university have to pay to join this study abroad program, because when I offer the study abroad program to my university or university in Indonesia, we have problem with paying because we really don't know how many ESR will apply for this program.
Okay, yeah. The study abroad program that we are promoting is only information about the masters. So they are used. No, they are not using this. We are helping them to show which programs they have in our media. So we are like promoting them. So we are selling them the promotion. We are not doing anything like any process to get into the universities. Nothing. We are not related. We don't have any relation with that. We are only like we are leaking. Yeah, we are only like a sprinkling into information. then you have to do all your process, and the payments that you have to do is like you have to take care about it. Celine.
The thing is, like, if universities want to make promotion to gather international students, it's really hard for them sometimes. I know this about GAN because I'm in the council about it and stuff. It's really hard for them, and they pay lots of money. Compared to that, this is nothing for them, or like almost nothing, and it's promotion. It's easy for our members to see, because I checked it. I was like, oh, maybe I want to study something about the environment somewhere else around the world, and then it would be easy for me to see where I can do this. And so yeah, it's great opportunity. It's cheap for them, and we can see how many people visit the site. We can't see how many people would apply, but we can see how many people visit the site and tell that to them. Yeah.
So is it more like the ES is helping the university to promote this university? Is it more like that? Oh, okay. So what's the benefit for the university if it's just the promotion?
The promotion that they will receive students from all over the world.
Yeah, so this is like, if you've been on our Facebook page, you see like that. And promotion, as you know, for like a lot of companies, that's how they attract people to their products, which of course is students for the universities. And besides also that promotion, it's a way for EOS World to bring in more income so we can support more committees and do all those things. So yeah, it is promotion, but it's also a way for us to support EOS World.
I donated. What do you mean by supporting other committees?
So, I will explain like how the budget works for ES World, because there is no money dedicated to helping committees, like individual committees, because we are 55 countries, and you'll see the budget, it's not big. But what we can do is being here the entire year, is also attending events to help the GA happening, support the committees. You'll see what's in the it's already in the booklets, like how the money is spent. It's just a more sustainable source of income, because imagine ICEA, we didn't manage to find sponsors, and then it was really hard to like have all the income necessary to pay everything. So this SAP is a sustainable way to have incomes, because if it's actually like promoting well and universities are satisfied, it can be quite easy to find money from that.
So it will be used like for helping the, I don't know, the big events like ICEA. Okay. So, right.
For those, if needed, like big events, ICEA, Voco, and the rest of the stuff, or no?
Direct financial support. It's just the working of ES. I mean, I think I'm right.
And so far, we have 5 universities, and that's 1,400 euros. So how can you like say we're going to support Voco for 100 euros? And how do you choose which event to support? It's just, the budget is not built like that. It's just, you can see SAP as a sponsor, like as sponsors for ES World, basically. And in exchange, we promote their master programs.
I had a remark about the way of paying, because it says the university were paying monthly, and I think maybe it's easier for them to pay one by a year than every month.
We're offering this price for we're offering this price per month, and they decide how many months they want to stay with us, like doing the promotion.
It's also the first year they enter. Sometimes it's not one full year, so they can just pay for the months they are promoted. If they start in December until July, then it's only 6 months, and then the next year it's full. And also they usually it's done like that per month for promoting master programs. So, but in the end, I receive 1 year in one time. Like I don't get money every month. I just get one for the year.
All right. No question? Thank you, Luis. All right, guys, it's almost done. Just one thing presents, just one thing to present, but I just need you for 45 seconds right now. We're gonna do just a little thing. I just want you all to wake up, please, 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 wake up, wake up. Wake, stand up, stand up, stand up. Thank you, thank you. Get up and stand up for your rights right now. Thank you. So basically just two things. The first thing, you make a round on yourself to get your ideas clear, all right? Thank you. Yes, thank you, and come back. And the second thing, you just look at the people next to you and you just wake up the people next to you with a really nice, be nice. You can hug your partner just next to you. You can have all hugs together.
Okay.
And with this, we're gonna go. You can sit down, and we go to Sally. Thank you very much.
It's the perfect transition with the next topic because it will be about love. I said I will be cheesy. I'm just French and cheesy. So it's just about promoting exchange and love between the committees because we realized that too often committees just talk to each other during events, but in the meantime, they don't actually talk to each other. So the idea of the project from Families with Love was to promote that, to enforce, And so we started this after our first strategy meeting with the EBCB. We just discussed how we could promote exchanges between committees, and we came up with this idea. This is basically a secret Santa, but we didn't call it like that to make it neutral when it comes to religion. So it was around Christmas time, but it's basically every local committee could send somebody to another committee, something to another committee, so that they get to know another committee randomly around the world, like it was Secret Santa. So they had to register, put their postal address of their committee, and then I was just saying, okay, Thessaloniki will send to this one will send to this one. Then they shared, this is an example from Slovenia, what they sent, and in return, they also received a letter, and that was a way to promote exchange. So we did a bit of communication to explain how this was working. It was super easy to implement. And then in the end, we got 21 local committees registering, and I got feedbacks from 5 of them. Sometimes it didn't work because of postal address written in Greeks and it couldn't be sent, things like that. There were lots of technical problems, and there were also, some committees didn't send. So it didn't work that well. Some committees were happy about it, some were not. So I guess for next year, if this project is still going on, I invite you to participate. I think it's a really interesting idea to just share what you're doing in your committee and get in contact with another committee around the world. So that's it.
All right, now for the CBL quiz, please. Any question from Yes with Love? Comments? No? Okay. So it was clear. We can go to for the last part of the day, the CBL quiz, please.
Yeah, so this was more of a get to know your constitution and bylaws with, And so it was a way to get participants motivated before they came to Wilco, and it also just knew about get to know the Constitution. So I created a quiz that had a few questions on it and was asking specific questions about the Constitution, so people would have to look at it and not just be like some general question of what does EOS stand for, but it was a more technical one. And I think it helped. How many of you actually saw this quiz? On Facebook. How many of you follow us on Facebook? Okay, so it's on there, so make sure you follow the Facebook page. But apparently not that many people did it, but it was just a way to get people ready for the amending of the Constitution and bylaws. And so now Andrew's gonna close us out. Is there any questions on that? Sorry, that was I know. Any questions on it? No?
Thanks, Natalie. Okay, so this marks the end of our session for today. And we will join again tomorrow for the next sessions. But for everything, you can check the schedules that we sent to your phone, to WhatsApp and email to know what's next tomorrow. We can have like the directions from OC. What's tonight? What's next? And tomorrow we will have an FA or speaker early in the morning. So please be on time, and it's going to be interesting before we start the GAs. Okay? 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Yes, she's going to be here with us.
Any question?
So afterwards we are going to hostel, so you can get ready because at 5 p.m. we are having like sort of gala dinner, something semi-formal to formal. And for lunch we are having we're getting it in bakery on our way.
So we have lunch in the way to the
Yes.
in the way, so we follow you basically.
We'll organize. So as we came here with trams, then we'll organize it the same way back.
All right.
So no worries.
And for the gala dinner, where's the meeting point this afternoon?
We're coming from hostel.
All right.
Yeah. So if anyone needs to like take a shower or get dressed, put on makeup, just dress nice.
Okay, people. Is that? Okay, I think it's done. Thank you very much. I think the secretary and the work. I think all the members. Now we can go have lunch and get prepared for the next. Thank you, guys. Please bring back the flags, guys. The flags. We need the flags. We need the flags. One, two, three, 4, 5. In the dark, so come on, let's ride. We can go around the corner, the boys say they want to get a juice, but we know. You bust like a head like sweet. One street keeps good, talking to you. Ain't it? Like 10, 3. Where's that? What do you know that sweet? So what can I do? You want to me, just like sport. Everything. Yeah, please take the push. I'm gonna get a money. I'm gonna do everything.
Hello?